Hello everyone. Welcome to Master's Zone. Today, we will go over Letting Go of Emotional Attachments, a guide to decluttering with the ART framework. Be sure to watch until the end to hear the fifth step. It seems simple enough but not always easy. This is where discipline comes into play. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so we can help you on your health and wellness journey. Now let's get straight into the video. People might be emotionally attached to old letters or cards from loved ones during the decluttering process. These items can hold sentimental value and may be difficult to release because they remind individuals of a particular time or relationship. Reframing one's thoughts can change one's relationship with their possessions. The ART framework can help individuals reframe their thoughts about items and decide if they are serving a purpose in their lives or if it is time to let them go. Photographing the items or keeping a select few that hold special meaning while letting go of the rest creates more physical and emotional space. We tend to form emotional attachments to our possessions, particularly those with sentimental value. These items may remind us of a person, a place, or a time in our lives that holds special significance. However, these sentimental items can accumulate over time and clutter our homes and minds, making it difficult to let go of their physical presence. But decluttering can be a freeing experience that can help you create a more organized and enjoyable living space. In this video, we'll explore 5 steps to declutter with the ART framework, a helpful method for decluttering and letting go of emotional attachments to possessions. Reframing one's thoughts can change their relationship with their possessions in a few ways. First, it allows them to see their possessions differently and find new value in them. Second, it can help individuals let go of items they may be emotionally attached to but no longer serve a purpose. This can create a healthier relationship with their possessions by allowing them to focus on what truly adds value to their lives instead of holding onto things out of guilt or obligation. Ultimately, reframing one's thoughts can help shift the focus from accumulating more possessions to finding true happiness and contentment. Before we dive into the ART framework, let's first capture the potential reason you might be watching this video. You've likely stumbled upon this video because you've struggled with clutter and emotional attachments to your possessions. You might feel overwhelmed and need help figuring out where to start or how to let go of these items. I am here to let you know decluttering can be a freeing practice that allows you to create a more spacious and organized home. By letting go of sentimental possessions and emotional attachments, you can free up mental space and allow yourself to live in the present moment if you desire to improve your relationship with your possessions and declutter your home. You want to let go of items that no longer serve you and create a space to feel relaxed and at ease. Keep watching to learn about the ART framework and how to use it to let go of emotional attachments and declutter your home. Emotional attachments to possessions, particularly those with sentimental value, can create clutter and disorganization in our homes and minds. This clutter can lead to stress and anxiety and make it difficult to let go of physical possessions. The ART framework offers a solution to decluttering and releasing emotional attachments to possessions. By following 3 simple steps, accept, reframe, and take action, individuals can make more informed decisions about their possessions and let go of those that no longer serve them. Now that we've established the problem and solution, let us walk you through 5 steps to declutter with the ART framework. Step 1. Assess your emotional attachment. The first step in the ART framework is accept. It is essential to acknowledge and accept your emotional attachment to your possessions. It's okay to feel sentimental about an item, but it's important to recognize when this attachment clouds your judgment and prevents you from letting go of it. During this step, evaluate your feelings towards your possessions and identify which items hold practical value and which are purely sentimental. This can involve asking yourself, why do I feel attached to this item, and what memories or emotions are associated with this item? Understanding the nature of your emotional attachment will help you evaluate whether an item is worth keeping or letting go of. It's common to feel overwhelmed at this stage, mainly if you have accumulated a lot of possessions over time. However, by taking a pragmatic approach and evaluating each item's practical value, you can begin to discard items that no longer serve you. Remember, the goal of the accept step is not to eliminate all emotional attachments but to recognize when these attachments are preventing you from letting go of items that are no longer useful or relevant. Step 2. Reframe the significance of the item. The second step in the ART framework is reframe. This step involves shifting your perspective on the sentimental items you have identified during the accept step. This step is critical because it enables you to change how you think about the possessions you're attached to and move towards letting go of them if necessary. During this step, it's essential to ask yourself questions like, is this item still serving me? What is the practical value of this item in my life? And how would I feel if I no longer had this item? By reframing your perspective on your possessions, you can understand the difference between the value of an item and your sentimental attachment to it. For instance, let's say you are holding onto a piece of jewelry given to you by a loved one who has since passed away. While this item may hold significant sentimental value, it may not serve any practical purpose. To reframe your perspective, think about how your beloved is still with you in spirit, regardless of whether or not you have the piece of jewelry. Consider the practical value of selling the item or passing it on to someone else who would appreciate it and use it. Another example might be a piece of clothing that no longer fits or is out of style. Although you may have a sentimental attachment to the item, reframing your perspective might help you see that holding onto it will not serve you or anyone else. By donating or selling it, you can move on and create new memories with items that will serve you better. In summary, the reframe step is about shifting your perspective from an emotional attachment to an item to evaluate its practical value and usefulness. Through this process, you gain insight into your relationship with your possessions and can begin to let go of unnecessary items holding you back. Step 3. Take action toward letting go. The third step in the ART framework is take action. This step involves taking practical steps based on the new perspective you have gained from the previous steps. This step is essential for letting go of the sentimental items that no longer serve you and creating a healthy relationship with your possessions. During this step, it's essential to follow through on your decisions during the accept and reframe steps. Ask yourself, what actions do I need to take to let go of these items? This could involve selling, donating, or discarding the items. It can be beneficial to create a plan of action to assist you in reaching your goals and staying on track. One way to take action is to put time aside each day or week to focus on decluttering. This can involve starting with a small area or category of items and gradually working through the rest of your possessions. By taking action in manageable chunks, you can avoid feeling overwhelmed and make progress toward your goal. Another way to take action is to enlist the support of friends or family members, and they can encourage and help you stay accountable as you let go of sentimental items. Alternatively, consider working with a professional organizer or therapist who can provide guidance and support as you navigate this process. It's imperative to remember that letting go of sentimental items can be difficult, and taking things slow or revisiting items if necessary is okay. You create more freedom in your physical space by taking action and letting go of these possessions. You can begin to appreciate the memories you hold without relying on physical objects. In summary, the take action step is critical for actually letting go of sentimental items that no longer serve you. By creating a plan of action, breaking the process into manageable chunks, enlisting the support of others, and staying mindful of your goals, you can create a healthier relationship with your possessions in your space. Step 4. Visualize a future without the item. The fourth step in the ART framework is celebrate and create. This step encourages individuals to cultivate healthier relationships with their possessions by actively creating new memories, experiences, and emotions surrounding them. As part of this process, visualizing a future without the item is also an essential step. Visualizing a future without the item can help individuals confront and manage the insecurities and anxieties that arise from decluttering sentimental items. This step involves using the imagination to picture a future where the item no longer plays a role in your life and how you can find new ways to create memories and fill the emotional void. The visualization process may involve the following: imagining how you will live and feel without the item. Exploring new activities or hobbies that you can do in its absence. Accepting that the memory associated with the item is something that you will always have with you, regardless of whether the item is physically present. The significance of visualizing a future without the item is that it helps individuals process the emotions they associate with the item and recognize that letting go of it does not necessarily mean letting go of the memories it represents. The act of visualization can help facilitate reframing one's thoughts about the item, enabling individuals to see it more objectively and make a more rational decision about whether or not to keep it. Moreover, this step helps individuals to focus on what they will gain from letting go of the item rather than what they are losing. By visualizing a future where the item no longer has a place in their life, individuals can begin to appreciate the newfound freedom, space, and clarity that decluttering provides. In conclusion, visualizing a future without the item is essential to Step 4 of the ART framework. By imagining a future without the item, individuals can confront and manage their emotions around decluttering sentimental possessions and create new memories and experiences to fill the emotional void. This step helps to facilitate a healthier relationship with one's belongings and to appreciate the benefits that decluttering provides. Step 5. Let go and move on. The fifth step in the ART framework encourages individuals to focus on the memories associated with an item rather than the physical item itself. Memories hold more significance than physical possessions and can be preserved and cherished in other ways. By focusing on the memories, individuals can reduce their emotional attachment to the item and let go of it more easily. This step encourages individuals to take action based on their new perspective on the item and to celebrate their decision to let go of it. Letting go of physical possessions that hold sentimental value can often be a challenging and emotional process. Still, it can also be liberating and transform an individual's relationship with their possessions. This step involves taking tangible action to release the item and move forward with a sense of closure. One way to take action in this step is to donate the item to someone who will appreciate and benefit from it. By donating the item, an individual can feel good about passing on something no longer needed to someone who will value it. Another option is to sell the item and use the proceeds towards something that aligns with the individual's current needs and values. Creating a ceremony or ritual to celebrate the completion of the decluttering process may also be helpful. This could involve lighting a candle, writing a note to oneself about the decision, or simply taking a minute to reflect and acknowledge the progress made. The action taken in this step ultimately signifies a decision to move forward and let go of the emotional baggage associated with the item. It is an act of self-care and a sign of growth as an individual. By releasing the physical item, an individual also releases the emotional attachment and can move forward with greater clarity and freedom. In conclusion, Step 5 of the ART framework, Let Go and Move On, is a critical step in decluttering. This step encourages individuals to take tangible actions to release the emotional attachment to sentimental belongings, celebrate their decision to let go and move forward with greater clarity and freedom. It marks the completion of a transformative process that can lead to a healthier relationship with one's possessions and ultimately result in a greater sense of well-being. Decluttering can be complex and emotional, but the ART framework offers a method to make informed decisions about your possessions and let go of emotional attachments. Remember, it's okay to feel sentimental about an item, but it's important to recognize when this attachment is clouding your judgment and preventing you from letting go of it. Following the ART framework, you can create a more spacious and organized home, free up mental space, and allow yourself to live in the present moment. Subscribe and turn on notifications to avoid missing future videos on letting go of emotional attachments and much more. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.